produces a particular characteristic of the compound. So, chemical interaction between molecules are also governed by chemical forces, where nanotechnology will involve the controlled interaction of different molecules, often in solution. So, understanding how different materials interact with each other is a crucial part of designing new nanomaterials to achieve a given purpose. So, here also what we imply, what we use is the nature of molecules with their interaction with each other. So, the chemical forces which interact these molecules also make an insignificant contribution in development of nanomaterials. The other field is biology. A major focus of nanotechnology is the creation of small devices capable of processing information and performing tasks on the nanoscale. The process by which information encoded in DNA is used to build proteins, which then go on to perform complex tasks, including the building of more complex structures, offer one possible template. A better understanding of how biological systems work at the lowest level may also allow future scientists to use similar processes to accomplish new purposes. It is also a vital part of all research into medical applications. The other field is a computer science, where Moore's law and its controllers the phenomenon whereby the price, performance, speed and capacity of almost every component of computer and communications industry has improved exponentially over the last several decades. That has been accomplished or accompanied by speed, miniaturization, continued decrease in transistor size, phase, etc. Now, when we say that the computer science, that means where in the field of biology or physics or even the other fields of science where computer is now becoming indispensable, there even the size of the computer, the speed of the computer and capacity of work of the process through the computers has been becoming a very important aspect. So, we also have to look after the production of nanomaterials which can be used in construction of very computer chips, which can process the data very fast, and also it produces the results very fast with almost 100% accuracy, so that the process which is developed become faster, which also produces the product faster and also it reduces the cost. The other science which is included in nanotechnology is electrical engineering. To operate independently, nano devices will need a steady supply of power. Moreover, moving power into and out of devices at the scale represents a unique challenge. Within the field of information technology, control of electric signals is also vital to transistor, switches and memory storage. A great deal of research is also going that can generate, manage and more efficiently produce the supply of electricity, which can continuously to be provided to the process, which can be completed in time to produce important and very fine product. Another important aspect of the technological science which is included is mechanical engineering. Even at the nano level, issues such as load bearing, wear, material fatigue and lubrication are also to be looked after, because whatever material is produced through nanotechnology has to be implied to bear maximum load. It should produce the product in a way that it can be very efficient in implementation at every level. There should be no mechanical wear and tear between the parts or the ingredients of the material which is used to produce the product. So, therefore, mechanical engineering plays an important part in maintaining the efficiency of the product or the material or the machinery which is being produced. Even the working of the machine, working of the parts of the machine be very efficient in continuously providing the process to be continuously going on, and then the material or the product which is being constructed or produced must be of high quality. So, therefore, here also the mechanical engineering is playing an important role in maneuvering the devices of the process which is being applied for various manufacturing processes. Next slide is regarding the understanding and manipulation of building blocks underlying all living matter. The basic theory of genetic inheritance has been known for some time, but biologists do not fully understand the details of how life goes from single fertilized egg with a full set of chromosomes to a living animal. So, here also nanotechnology comes in picture, which promises an increased understanding and manipulation of all the molecules at genetic level, that is DNA and RNA. So, sequencing of DNA and RNA has provided us a useful and important information regarding the functioning of each and every molecule of the human being or animal, which is leading to a very healthy life. Now, question exists on exactly how the information encoded in DNA is transcribed, the role of proteins, the internal working of the cell, and many other areas. Basically, DNA consists of a long string of 4 molecules, the nucleotides, as we all know, the adenine, thymine, guanine and cytosine. Since these molecules are read off in units of 3, there are 64 possible combinations. Each combination corresponds to one of 20 amino acids, and the amino acids in turn form proteins that fold in unique 3-dimensional ways, such that it performs many of the functions within individual cells. On a basic level, research is allowing us to tease out the genetic basis of specific disease. In the future may reliably allow us to correct harmful mutations. There we understand that the nanotechnology will help in curing the diseases which might be caused in future, which will be related to genetic disorders. But what would a full understanding of the genetic process give us? Could we develop DNA that uses a 5th or 6th molecule? Could the existing process be programmed to code for more than 20 amino acids? All of these questions are to be answered whether this technology, what we call it as nanotechnology, be helpful in future to solve all our these problems, that is to be questioned, and the answers are still perfectly lying in the process of nanotechnology, the processes to be developed through nanotechnology, which would make our life more easy in future. The applications of nanotechnology in various aspects and various fields are to be discussed or are shown in next few slides that we continue to look at it. The recent technological developments lead the way for the manufacture of nanoparticles to be added to food. This could be finely divided forms of existing ingredients which are completely novel chemical structures. The applications of nanotechnology in food sector are on the increase worldwide and are expected to grow rapidly in the future. For example, use of nanocarbohydrate particles which bind the bacteria so that they can be detected and eliminated very easily. The types of material produced can be at the nanoscale in 1-dimensional, that is very thin coatings. If it is 2-dimensional, then it goes to produce nanowires, or even in 3-dimensionals, which are resulting in production of nanoparticles such as a very fine powder preparations. So, nanotechnologies are now not new. Chemists have been making polymers based on nanoscale subunits through many years, but it has been invented or what is recognized in very recent years. Uses of nanotechnology in food, as that the texture of the food can be changed, the food spreadability and stability, that is nanoemulsions, can improve with nano-sized crystals and liquids for better low fat foods. That is what we discussed about the homogenized milk, where the fat molecules are broken down into very small particles which cannot readily be attacked by the microorganisms, such that it can spoil the milk. so that the milk can be stored without refrigeration at room temperature for even 15 days, which in otherwise cannot be possible without refrigeration. Or even today the raw milk or the pasteurized milk which is provided by Amul is to be used within 48 hours of production, otherwise it spoils. But the homogenized milk can be stored for minimum of 15 days without refrigeration. Similarly, the flavor of a food can be changed with beta blockers or sweet and salt enhancers. So, these particles are produced at nanoscale, which would turn out the taste of the material or the food which can be aesthetically accepted, which was otherwise not acceptable to public. Nano-enhanced bacteria which would keep the oxygen sensitive foods fresher. So, even some of the foods which get oxidized in air cannot be can be preserved now by adding certain type of bacteria which are removing the oxygen from the air, so that the oxygen cannot come in contact with the food and it can be preserved for longer period of time. The texture of the food can be changed by using these nanoparticles, and its readability and stability can also be increased by addition of nanoparticles in the food. These nano-sized crystals and liquids are better for the application of the food in case of the usage in the market. Thus, we can say that nanomaterials can be used, nanoparticles can be used in preparation of certain material which have totally changed properties, which then can be used for production of other products and materials which have very wide applications in many aspects and many fields. Thus, we can say that nanotechnology is a technology of future, is technology of this century, which would make the life more easy, more comfortable and more enjoyable. Thank you.